Trying to learn Korean? Get the lessons that are perfect for you. Click here to get your free lifetime account.
Hi everyone, I'm Jae-hui, the product manager of KoreanClass101.com. Welcome to Weekly Words. I'm going to introduce some words in Korean. Actually, I haven't seen them yet, so I'm kind of excited to see what kind of words I'm going to see. Okay, the first word is 슬픈. 슬픈. It means sad. Like you can say 그 영화는 슬픈 영화다, meaning like that movie is sad movie. And the next one would be 어려운, difficult. If you just start learning Korean, then you might say 한국어는 no, it's not good. I have to motivate people. I want to say that 한국어는 어려운 언어가 아닙니다, which means Korean is not difficult language. The next one will be I have to make a sample sentence with that. 못생긴, which means ugly. Well, actually it's not easy to make a sentence with this word because it mostly have to be with someone. But I might say 못생긴 친구가 예뻐졌다, which means one of my ugly friends become beautiful. That happens a lot at my college. Like they have sometimes get some plastic surgery and they just become beautiful. So I might say 못생긴 친구가 예뻐졌다. Next one is 화난, which means angry. 화난. 오늘 아침에 화난 일이 있었다. Like 화난 일 is something like something making you angry. So that means like there was something make me angry this morning. Okay, the next one is 역겨운, which means disgusting. I think I never used this word in my life. I can say 내 친구는 역겨운 음식을 좋아한다, which means my friend likes disgusting food. I might say 역겨운 about food, but I'll never say that to some person or something. Computer words. Now we have keyboard, which means keyboard. 저는 무선 키보드가 더 좋습니다, which means I like wireless keyboard more. Okay, and next we have notebook. Notebook doesn't mean like notebook, it's laptop computer. I can make a sentence something like 저는 노트북을 6개월에 한 번씩 바꿉니다, which means something like I change my laptop every 6 months. Yeah, that's kind of true. Okay, and now we have mouse, which means mouse for the computer, I think. Well, for the animal mouse, you can use this word 쥐. So don't call the animal mouse as mouse because that would be only for the computer mouse. 무선 마우스가 편리합니다, which means wireless mouse is convenient. And here, like 무선 means wireless because it literally means without lines. Next one, headphone. Like I say, it's almost the same as English words. Headphone means headphones. With that, I can make a sentence like 저는 헤드폰으로 음악을 듣습니다, which means I listen to music with headphones. And now we have, let me see, mic. Can you guess what it means? Yeah, you might think it's about a guy named Mike. I can call Mike as Mike 씨, Mr. Mike. No, not Mr. Mike. But mic can be used for microphones. 저는 노래방에서 마이크로 노래를 불렀습니다. I'm singing a song with a microphone at the karaoke. Korean jobs. Let's see what kind of words we have today. Alright, now we have 간호사, which means nurse. 이 병원에는 예쁜 간호사가 많이 있습니다, which means at this hospital there are many beautiful nurses. Yep. Actually, in Korean, there are not many male nurses. So if you just say 간호사, that means, for female. And if you want to say male nurse, you can say 남자 간호사. Okay, and the next one is 경찰관, police officers. That happens a lot. Like when you just walk on the street in Korea and they just catch you and just, ask you to show them their ID cards because of the, they might consider you as someone from North Korea. No, that's not good one. What kind of sentence I can make? 경찰관에게 잡혔습니다, which means I got caught by a police officer. When I was walking around the presidential office in South Korea, I had a big backpack, and I think they thought that I just tried to, attack the president. So they just got me, just wanted to see the building, but they thought that I'm kind of suspicious guy. Now we have the word 농부, which means farmer. 서울에는 농부가 없습니다, which means in Seoul, there is no farmer. Gangnam was actually the place where you can find a lot of farmers, but now you can only find buildings and Sai. Okay, and the next one is 회사원, which means office worker. I can just simply say like, 저는 회사원입니다. Like, I'm an office worker for koreanclass1.com. So that's true. Programmer, which means programmer. Yeah, when I was young, I wanted to be a programmer. So in the case, I can say 저는 프로그래머가 되고 싶었습니다, which means I wanted to be a programmer. The weather. First one is 바람이 부는, which means windy. So I can say 제주도에는 바람이 부는 날이 많다, which means in Jeju Island, there are many windy days. Okay, next we have 습한, meaning humid. With that word, I can say 한국 여름에는 습한 날이 많이 있습니다, which means in Korean summer, there are many humid days. So when you have a plan to go to Korea in summer, bring a lot of shirts because it's so humid. So you might have to change shirts several times a day. Now we have 화창한, sunny. 한국의 4월에는 화창한 날이 많이 있습니다, which means in April in Korea, there are many sunny days. So you can see, like I said, something 날, because 날 means day. So 화창한 날 means sunny day, and 흐린 날 means cloudy day. So you can just put 날 after these adverbs. Okay, next we have 흐린, meaning cloudy. So I can say 저는 흐린 날이 싫습니다, which means I don't like cloudy days. For some reason, it's just making me feel depressed. I think many people have the same feeling. So in this case, we can say 저는 흐린 날이 싫습니다. I don't like cloudy days. And next we have 더운, meaning hot. With the word, I can say 더운 날에 아이들은 시청에 갑니다. On hot days, kids go to the city hall. It's because in hot days, like in summer, the city hall run the water fountains for the kids so that they can just play around with that on the hot days. At the office. Okay, now we have 급여, meaning salary. I can say 변호사는 급여가 높습니다, meaning lawyers have high salary. Okay, now we have 사무실, meaning office. I can say 우리 사무실은 서울에 있습니다, meaning my office is in Seoul. This word 사무실 can be used only for the company's office, not teacher's office or other types of office. 사장, boss. Actually, literally means the leader of the company. So that can be like CEO or someone who is overseeing the company. 우리 사장님은 좋습니다, meaning my boss is very good. Hi, Peter. So when you use this word in Korean, when you address your boss, make sure you put the word 님. Call your boss like 사장님, not 사장, because if you just call 사장 to your boss, then you might have no boss from the next day. Okay, next we have 상사, meaning superior. The first word of this word is 상, meaning up, like above. So 상사 is someone who is working above you. 제 상사는 성격이 안 좋습니다, meaning my superior is mean. Which is not true, just let you know. Okay, now we have 초과 근무, overtime. 하루에 4번 정도 초과 근무를 합니다, meaning Korean people usually do overtime 4 times a week. And yeah, that's actually true. So when I just call my friends who are working for Korean companies, and they just say I'm still at the company, even though it's like until 10 p.m., 11 p.m. In the classroom, let's see what kind of words we have for this theme. First, we have 공책, which means notebook. 공 means empty and 책 means book. So altogether, it literally means book with nothing. So when you open the notebook, there's nothing to read. So that's why we call notebook as 공책. Okay, with the word, I can say 책가방 안에 공책을 넣습니다, which means I put notebook into backpack. 수업, which means class. With the word, you can say 저는 한국어 수업이 있습니다, which means I have a Korean class. Okay, next we have 교과서, which means textbook. Here we have the word 서, which means book too. With the word, you can say 저는 한국어 교과서가 3권 있습니다, which means I have 3 Korean textbooks. Okay, next we have 숙제, which means homework. 숙제 literally means the work to do at home. So that's meaning homework. With the word, you can say 저는 오늘 밤에 숙제를 해야 합니다, which means I have to do my homework tonight. Okay, next we have 시험, which means test. With the word, you can say 저는 내일 한국어 시험이 있습니다, which means I have a Korean test tomorrow. The solar system. Okay, the first one is 지구, which means earth. 지 meaning land, and 구 means like bowl. So it means bowl of land, bowl with the land. So, yeah. With the word, we can make a simple sentence saying 우리는 지구에 살고 있습니다, which means we live in the earth. 금성, Venus. 금 means gold and 성 means star. Okay, with the word, you can say 금성의 옛날 이름은 샛별입니다, which means the old name of 금성 in Korean is 샛별. 샛별 means new star. So you can also find the name in people's name these days too. Okay, next we have 화성, which means Mars. 화 means fire and 성 means planet. So it really means the planet of fire. With the word, you can say 나사는 화성에 로봇을 보냈습니다, which means NASA sent robot to Mars. 토성, which means the planet of soil. In English, that's Saturn. Okay, with the word, you can say 토성에는 고리가 있습니다, which means Saturn has a ring. Next we have, okay, 천왕성, which means Uranus. 천왕성은 지구에서 정말 멀리 있습니다, which means Uranus is really far, far, far away from the Earth. In your wallet. Okay, the first one is 의료보험증, which means health insurance card. So 의료 means health, 보험, insurance, and 증 means card or certificate. 한국에서는 외국인도 의료보험증을 만들 수 있습니다, which means foreigners can make health insurance cards in Korea. 주민등록증, which means identification card. 주민등록증은 언제나 가지고 다녀야 합니다, which means you have to carry your identification card every time. If you're a foreigner, then you don't have to worry about it, but you will get another card. If you're a foreigner, then Korean government is actually going to make your number and give you some different type of card too. Okay, next we have 명함, business card. You have to say 명함 when you want to say business card. 한국에서 명함을 줄 때는 두 손으로 줘야 합니다, which means when you give your business card to the other in Korea, you have to give it in both hands. 운전면허증, which means driver's license. 운전 means to drive or driving, and 면허 is license, and 증 is certificate or card. 한국에서는 국제 운전면허증으로 운전할 수 있습니다, which means you can drive a car in South Korea with an international driver's license. Here I just used the word 국제 meaning international. Okay, next we have 현금, which means cash. So it includes all the paper and coins, so you can just call coins and paper all together as 현금. You can make a sentence something like 한국 사람들은 현금을 잘 가지고 다니지 않습니다, which means South Korean people usually don't bring cash. It's because actually you can pay almost everything by your credit card if it is more than 1,000 won or $1. So, even, I usually don't any cash, but just the credit card when I just go outside. Hobbies. 춤을 추다, which means to dance. With the word, you can say 나는 춤추는 것을 좋아한다, which means I like dancing. Okay, next we have 체스를 하다, which means to play chess. So with the word, you can say 한국 사람들은 체스를 잘 안 합니다, which means Korean people usually don't play chess. Instead, we play something like 장기, Chinese chess instead. 그리다, which means to draw. 부모님의 얼굴을 그리다. I draw my parents' face. 낚시하다, to fish. With the word, you can say 한강에서는 사람들이 낚시를 합니다, which means near Han River, people do fishing. 사진을 찍다, to take a picture. When you want to ask someone to take a picture of you, you can say 사진을 찍어주시겠어요? Which means would you take a picture? 사진을 찍다. Fruits. Okay, I hope it'll be a little bit easier than the previous topics about making sentences. Okay, the first word we have is 딸기, which means strawberry. You can say 옛날에는 딸기를 봄에만 먹을 수 있었습니다, which means in old days you could eat strawberries only in spring. But these days you can have it actually anytime that you want because we grow strawberries in greenhouses these days. Okay, next we have 사과, which means apple. 추석에는 사과를 꼭 먹어야 합니다, which means you have to eat apples on Thanksgiving Day in Korea. Because 사과, apple, is kind of symbol of harvest, so that's why people always bring apples on the table for having dinner on Thanksgiving Day. Okay, next we have 살구, which means apricot. You can say 한국 사람들은 살구를 주스로 만들어서 자주 먹습니다, which means Korean people often have apricots in juice. 포도, which means grape. With the word, you can say 어떤 사람들은 포도를 껍질째 먹습니다, which means some people eat grapes with skin. 자두, which means plum. You can say 자두 화장품이 인기가 많습니다, which means cosmetics made with plums are getting popular. Colors. Okay, let's see what we have. The first one is 검은, black. You can say 저는 검은 양복을 좋아합니다, which means I like black suit. Okay, next we have 노란, which means yellow. 배가 아파서 얼굴이 노란색이 되었다, which means I had a stomach ache, so literally my face got yellow. That's some of the common idiom that you can use in Korean. Okay, next we have 빨간, which means red. You can say 저는 지금 빨간색 셔츠를 입고 있습니다, which means I'm wearing red shirt. When Korean people cheer for their teams for soccer play or baseball, we always wear this kind of red t-shirts. Okay, next we have 파란, which means blue. Alright, with the word you can say 무서운 영화를 봐서 얼굴이 파랗게 되었습니다, which means my face got blue because I watched a scary movie. So in Korean, when someone is scared, we say that someone's face got blue. Okay, next we have 하얀, which means white. Okay, with the word you can say 한국 사람들은 하얀색을 좋아합니다, which means Korean people like white color. But why? 한국 사람들은 하얀 얼굴을 좋아합니다, which means literally meaning Korean people like white face. So they try to not go outside without putting any sun creams on because it's going to make their face darker. So people usually wear hats or put a lot of sun creams on it so that they can keep their bright face as it is. Flavors. Okay, let's see what we have. The first one is 맛, which means taste. Okay, with the word you can say 김치는 맛이 좋습니다, which means kimchi is delicious or kimchi tastes good. 맛보다, which is the verb meaning to taste, or it literally means something like to try the taste. If you go to Korean department store and go to Korean supermarket inside, then people will ask you saying 맛보세요, which means try the taste, try this, which means like enjoy the meal. Okay, next we have 달콤한, which means sweet. In the previous video, we used the word 단 음식 to mean sweet food. So there I used the word 단, which is actually the verb saying 달다. When you say 단, it means something just sweet in general, but 달콤한 is something like this more like sweeter thing that kids would like, but not adults. So with the word, you can say 푸는 달콤한 꿀을 좋아합니다, which means 푸 likes sweet honey. Okay, next we have 매운, spicy. 매운 음식을 좋아하면 한국으로 오세요, which means come to Korea if you like spicy food. There will be a ton of spicy foods in South Korea. Okay, next we have 쓴, meaning bitter. Okay, with the word you can say 효과가 강한 약은 맛이 더 씁니다, which means stronger medicines taste bitter. Vegetables. Okay, let's see what we have. The first one is 감자, which means potato. With the word you can say 강원도는 감자로 유명합니다, which means Gangwon province is known for its potatoes. Okay, next we have 당근, carrot. With the word you can say 아이들은 당근을 싫어합니다, which means kids don't like eating carrots. Just for information, like these days people just say 당근, carrot when they want to say of course, because it sounds like the Korean expression meaning of course, which is 당연하지, 당연하지 당근. Do you like this? Okay, next we have 마늘, which means garlic. Okay, with the word you can say 드라큘라는 마늘을 싫어합니다, which means vampires don't like garlics. So people in Korean, like people just say Dracula, even though it means vampires, not only Draculas. Okay, next we have 시금치, which means spinach. Okay, with the word you can say 아이들은 뽀빠이처럼 되기 위해서 시금치를 먹습니다, which means kids eat spinaches to become like a Popeye. So 뽀빠이 is the Korean word to mean Popeye. Okay, next we have 양파, which means onion. 양 means western and 파 is the word meaning green onion, which is long. So this literally means western style green onion, because green onion was used much earlier than this type of onion. You can say 요즘에는 전통 음식에도 양파를 사용합니다, which means these days people use onions even in the traditional Korean foods. Your face. What do you have on your face? Okay, let's see what we have. Not funny at all. First we have 귀, ears. In Korean, we don't say ears, even though you have, 2 ears or 3 ears, we just call it like 귀, which is singular form. 1 ear, 귀, 2 ears, 귀, too. With the word, you can say 귀가 큰 사람은 복이 많습니다, which means those who have big ears have a lot of good luck. So it's kind of myth among Korean people. Okay, next we have 입, which means mouth. Yeah, there are some people who think that this character 입 looks like someone's face, and this kind of, beard character looks like someone's mouth. Something like this. Okay, when you want to say open mouth, you have to say 입을 열다. When you want to say about closing your mouth, you have to say 입을 닫다. Okay, with the word you can say 너무 놀라서 입을 다물 수 없었습니다, which means I was so surprised that I couldn't close my mouth. What kind of situation can I have? I got on the subway and there was one old lady, and then she just threw her bag to an empty seat, and the bag just slides down on the top of the seat, and then she just run there and just grab her bag and just take a seat. And it was rush hour train, so... And that's the moment that you can say